because it happened that I never have sit down.
Yeah.
And I saw my team on the field and they got, I had made the first team.
Mhm.
And I love to compete.
Mhm.
I mean, I love to be the underdog. I just enjoy it. You come up and I sit down there and I start getting a knot in my stomach. And he just kind of, so he was a guy that was in second year college from Puerto Rico, Kike Rosario. And I said, Kike, I'm leaving. I cannot sit here. I got a knot in my stomach. I never have done this and I just can't do it. He said, I didn't know that. You know Red Simons?
Yeah.
His dad. He was
Okay.
Coach Simons. Was
Okay.
his assistant coach. He was good guy. I loved him and Coach Miller too. He said, he put his arm around me. He said, Sam, you can't blame him. This is college. You might get hurt. I said, Coach, I've been playing with people older than me all my life. This guy's someone for 22, 23, 24 years old.
So he's worried about you. Oh.
And I beat him. I beat some of these guys.
Yeah.
So he said, don't go nowhere. Sit here. I talked to him. So I said, okay, I'll sit here. Well, I was so I took explode. The sixth inning, he put me in. He said, he's gonna put you in. But we might have to forfeit the game. I said, Coach, I don't want to hurt the team. I don't want to. I don't want to forfeit.
Mhm.
He said, he's gonna put you in, he's gonna take a chance. So he went ahead in the sixth inning. He did. We were losing 2-1. I hit a double. There was a guy in second. I hit a double. They got scored. And I was 138 pounds of pure muscle. 5'10", okay. Oh, I look at them days now, man, and he come up and I stole third base, and when the catcher threw the ball, my dad always taught me all the different things to do.
Mhm.
When the ball's coming, I slide, instead of sliding to the back, I slide in front of the back. That way the ball would hit me, go
Yeah.
like this, and the ball goes there, I score, and we ended up winning 3-2.
That's smart.
Then the end of the game, he says, Seda, be in my office at 8 o'clock in the morning. I thought he was gonna paddle me because he used to have a paddle like this big
Oh, we need one
with
of those
holes.
now.
I mean, I seen the paddle. He had blood on him,
Oh, no.
but he used to paddle the football players and all. He never paddled me, I'm glad. He goes, I was not too fat anyway.
No.
Well, come up. He said, get in my car. So, okay, let's here we go. He did not. He didn't say anything. All they said, we going to the Georgia High School Association.
Mhm.
Mr. Sam Burke used to be in Thomaston, and he was the head of all the high school association.
Yeah.
So I get in there. When he said, before we went in, he said, don't say anything. Keep your mouth shut. I'll do all the talking. Okay. So he acted like he just found out. Okay. He says, what was his name? I think it was George. I can't remember. He called him by his first name. He said, I played this ball in a game and said, I'm gonna have to forfeit. I don't want to forfeit, but I played him in a game in college. So what can we do? I don't want to forfeit. And Mr. Burke, he said, Sam Burke, that was his name, Sam Burke.
Okay.
He said, we can make him ineligible to play high school sports.
All
I said,
sports.
oh yeah, I said, no. I opened my mouth. I said, I'm playing basketball, I'm playing tennis, I'm playing ping pong, I'm playing volleyball.
Everything.
Everything that I can play, other than football, because my mom when that son, she thought I'd get hurt.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I talked to my son a few weeks ago. I said, I would have loved to be a linebacker. He said, Daddy, you would have got killed the first day because they
You were
were.
little, weren't
But
you?
some of them. I know one friend that I won't name his name. He was in college and he fell over there, but he come in here and play. He played like 3 or 4 years with us. Because I saw him 2 years ago. I said, how many years did we play together? He said, because he used to go to one of the big schools and then they send him back down here and he play and he go back over there and play. He was good too. So, you want, so they said, they had to give me a letter because the coaches were trying to, he said, they're gonna try to forfeit the game because you're 15 and you're in high school. So they gave me a letter saying that I could play, that I had to keep with me, and the coach had to keep a letter too. So whenever something come up, you flip that letter out, because
Wow.
I tell you, I loved it. And in the first year, my picture's not in Andrew, because he was in 11th grade, and they always get the older one guys. And then on my senior year, they did, and the third year, I know when I was in college, I was in, but one of them, I think it's my senior year, is in there in high school basketball. And then, and if you notice, Lord mercy, I look like Big Tebow.
Have you seen that picture, Sean? Yep. I've been looking you up. I found your picture.
But I tell you, it was just the best years of my life. Other than I had a good childhood, I loved it. I mean, and I did when I was a senior. I got my appointment to West Point. That Coach Flint, Congressman Flint, they called me from his office. Said, look, he's going to recommend you to be your West Point. Well, Georgia Tech, I seen me play, and when I was 15 and 16. So they offered me a scholarship to go to Georgia Tech and play ball.
For baseball.
And then I had the Braves started scouting me when I was 12 years old. I was a little league, I struck out. First game I ever pitched, I struck out 18 batters. So it can be no better. And no hit, no run, the whole thing. Well, Tech, Army, and then Georgia Tech, Army, I had four. Well, the Braves wanted to sign me. They offered me when I was 15, but I had to wait 3 years before I could go to the Saturday League. And that's another good story too. Come up, and my girlfriend wanted to get married.
Oh.
And I tried to convince her, said, look, we can get married when I come back. I signed with the Braves, so they're always born. But you never come back because of the groupies,
Yeah.
And she said, you never come back. And so I did not. I turned the other three down, didn't throw her down. And we wound up getting married and got a son that I will not take nothing for. He's unbelievable. I don't know if you have met my son, but
You saw my skipper trip.
he is Skipper.
Yeah.
Well, you talked to him. Okay.
I talked to
He
Skipper.
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So he's running my company now. I started a company 32 years ago to compete with Emergence.
I think, now Skip, I think Ryron's grandmother delivered Skip. Did Nanny deliver Skip?
Who?
Nanny? She used to live over here in Barnesville. She was a nurse midwife for a long time.
Oh, let's see. His mom was Billy Ruth Rainey.
Okay.
And sometimes you won't go with this interview, but I'll tell you some of the troubles I had because they didn't like Puerto Ricans back then.
Really? They didn't like Puerto
I'll
Ricans?
tell you some of the stories. The Ku Klux Klan took me to Atlanta and left me.
You? Wow.
Well, I can.
Did the college?
See, I stayed playing ball all the time. Daddy's always said, I don't want you working. I don't want you doing anything. Just playing ball. And I played ball every day. When he got home, he and I would play ball. And I wanted to tell the new coach we got, that some of the training that I did, because the ball looked that big to me. I batted 936 one year in here.
Good grief.
Because Daddy trained me. He would put a cone here and a cone here, and he got the balls. He said, okay, hit it between those two cones. When you hit it 10 times straight, we move over, we move over, and then hit it in the outfield. So I could spot.
It's good training.
Now, I thought back then I was a hot dog. I didn't know it was good. But it was when I played softball, I got 5 national championships in softball.
Oh, my.
Playing, I got a 1 when I was 55, got 1 when I was 60, 165, 1 and the 65, I think we got 2. And then 70 and 75, I wanted to win 1 more, when I was 75. And we went there, we had out of Columbus, we team out of Columbus, we just had a,
Mhm.
I guess.
Like a slow
maybe-
pitch.
Yeah, like 13 ball players,
Mhm.
and that was it. And we leave on Thursday, we play in Vegas, we play in
Mhm.
Texas, we play everywhere. And then we went down to the Pensacola. I knew we were gonna win it because we had everybody that was 75.
Mhm.
And they said, no, that was only 3 teams, we need to put you with the 65.
Oh.
And the 65 were hitting it out of the ballpark. And we got whipped. You know, so I never won one, but I won 5 national championships just because I love the game.
How old are you now?
I'm 79.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you gotta get the 80-year-old one now.
Well, see now, I got hurt. We went on vacation 3 years ago in North Carolina, Cherokee. Sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. I hear bam, something hit me in the eye. I look, and then my wife turned over with her nails, punching my eye.
Oh.
She punched my eye. And it hurt, I thought like a tear. I keep laying there, she went to the bathroom, it was cold, it was October 26th, it was my birthday.
Oh.
I said, bring me up. Oh, wait right here, go. So she did, and when I did, it was blood.
Oh, no.
The eye was inking. So she said, we better take off.
Yeah.
So when I got to Atlanta, I called my doctor in Columbus. And the lady told me, I said, I want to see the doctor, I got an emergency. She said, oh, he's operating this morning. So, okay, well, I want to see him this afternoon. I should be in Columbus by 2 o'clock. She said, he don't work on Fridays. I said, you telling me, Kike? He'll work on Fridays. And she didn't tell me.
Oh,
She said, he don't
no.
work on Fridays. So I called my sister, Skip's wife
Mhm.
in Macon. And she said, come on down here, we got an ophthalmologist on call. So I got there 10 minutes to 12. And I just said, oh, my name is Kike Seda. And the guy said, they're waiting on you, take off. So I didn't sign no papers or nothing. Come up, they started working on me. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they got through. Now this was about 1 o'clock.
Oh, my goodness.
She said, look, I'm an ophthalmologist, I'm a surgeon, but I cannot do this operation.
Mm.
And said, there's no 2 places that can do it. Emory or Grady in Atlanta,
Yeah.
they're together now. And in Los Angeles,
Oh, no.
that's it.
That's a long way.
So I said, well, give me the address, I'll be there. She said, no, you're not going nowhere, you're going by ambulance. So she sent me, I got to there at 5 o'clock, 4 doctors started working on me. And at 10:30 at night, they went ahead and they were giving me this gas,
Mhm.
So you sign right here. I said, what am I signing? They said, well, in case we cannot save you out, we gotta take you out.
Oh.
I give him the thing back. I said, I ain't signing nothing. You say that out. You can't. My son and my wife is outside.
Mhm.
You ask them to sign,
Mm.
but I ain't signing nothing. At 4:30, they got through. And then 8 o'clock in the morning, they come look, and say, can you see? Yeah, I could see a light, and he came.
Wow.
I had over 25 doctors come because I was the first operation they done of that magnitude, that had happened. And every doctor come in there for about 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, say, I want to see you out. I'm not an ophthalmologist, but I want to see you out. And they go, I was like a guinea pig, He said, you're gonna be there. When they put this in the files, we're gonna be in the files because you're the first person ever. And I was doing good, but the last time I went, I'm having a hard time. I was reading all the way down, as far as you can go.
Mhm.
The last time I did not. I think I was maybe 2 or 3, the little things.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm tickled to death. And I lost my equilibrium That's why I got this thing.
Oh.
because I cannot, well, no, I want to be still playing. I went to Griffin, they got to play. Before I got hurt, they said they didn't have any for the opiate. I talked to Buddy Lanier,
Yeah.
here in Buddy,
Mhm.
he's my skipper's best friend.
Okay.
He grew up together since they were like this. We lived next door to each other. And he said they didn't have anything. I said, well, I play with all the young people. I said, I play with the young people, I don't care. I've been playing with all the folks, I think it's just now.
Yeah.
But I got, a lot of things about that I could tell you. It's just one of those things. But look, back here, let me tell you, this was the street.
Mhm.
This is where there was I don't know if I can see that, there was a cannon right here.
Yeah.
And you gotta put this in there because, see, I was the first cadet that got to be corporal. That group that came in that year, I never met PFC. And he was a guy that me and him competed all the time, but I was corporal. So when I get to the other thing, and I get sergeant or sergeant first class or whatever, he was over behind me. And he and I had a battle all the time. And I tell you this, because you might want to, this is never, without mentioning his name, because it's still, the statute of limitations are already going on, so a lot of this stuff. They can,
No, we're recording.
Yeah, they're
So,
recording.
just so you know,
Yeah.
we're recording.
because we come up. And I got to do the cannon, when you were supposed to look, do the cannon, put the little bullet inside,
Mhm.
go bang. He didn't have nothing to shoot at. And then you look in the barrel, and I took pride of being a good cadet.
Yeah.
But I also pulled some stuff that I shouldn't have. And then you pull the thing, bang, This guy, he been bugging me, and always, so I just said, okay, I'll watch him whenever he was officer of the day, even though he was not officer yet. So I got up one night. I come, where T Street Barracks is.
Mhm. It's across from the library, right? It's now the commissioner's building, across from the public library.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But they also had a little building there where there was the water place.
Okay.
I was in North Barracks. I moved up down there
Okay.
to the T Street Annex. And he just happened that he moved in there in the room behind me.
Mhm.
So he come up and I kept watching him. He was always bugging me. So I said, you're gonna pay for this. So he come up one night, 2 o'clock in the morning, I come across from there all the way over here. I had taken some toilet paper. It used to be like sheets of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Use a thing like this. And I stuck it down the pipe on that can.
In the cannon.
Nobody saw me. I come up and I was right in front of the cannon when it even boom, like it's snowing everywhere. And he come up, and that road that goes from there to there. I mean, the little pieces, the wind was blowing everything. They didn't know what to do. They dismissed the whole thing. I mean, we were in formation, and they dismissed it. They didn't do it. Well, anyway, but nothing happened. Nobody never told on me because nobody knew.
Did he get in trouble? Since
No, I didn't get in trouble. Nobody knew. I didn't tell them about it. And that's what I say. It's quite over 50 years. Yeah, I think the statute of
I think you're
limitations
good.
is already
I think
low.
you're good.
And then another time, he done the same thing. The stupid boy, he didn't look in the barrel because I kept seeing, he don't look in the barrel. Same thing. This time they were prepared.
Mm.
He said, okay, everybody do hand to hand. And where they put us in this road right here,
Mhm.
the cannon was, and there it is, right there.
Mhm.
And paper from here, all the way here, and all the way, back here. They made us go all the way to, I don't know if we used somewhere more. North Shore guy lives down there. He was a sumo, used to live back there. He's in the other street, way back here, picking up every little piece of paper. It just happened that this here was growing this high. No, we had to go through there, so I didn't do that anymore because I knew already, kind of, it was so much fun. Did I tell you, I told him, playing, I got to be, the only regret I got with Gordon, that I did not get to order my saber. And that makes me mad, because I should have waited to do the other stuff that I've done, because they made me officer of that. And the colonel read the general order to me, and then we go back here. Information, this is general order number so Maxwell D. Taylor used to be the Secretary of the Army. Cadet so is promoted to sergeant or whatever. Well, I knew he was coming that afternoon. So, and they made me officer of the day that morning. So I played Wake Up Little Susie instead of playing. And see, whenever you play that, here, all this houses here, everybody heard it over on town. I think all the way to Thomason Street.
Yeah.
And the Colonel Howard did not have a good sense of humor. He just did not like it. He come in there and he blessed me out. He said, "This afternoon you'll be a corporal."
Oh.
And he put me back down to corporal.
No,
See,
that-
and then I got back up again. And he Colonel told me, said, "You got to promise me you will not play with a couple of Susie again." I said, "You got my word. I play Reverly Rock." He busted me again. He was in the same general order, promoted to lieutenant, down to corporal, promoted to lieutenant. I mean, it was fun. I didn't do nothing really bad.
Yeah.
I said, "Colonel, nobody had trouble waking up this morning. Everybody woke up and they were singing, joyful, and so. But
So that, this
it's one of
is,
those things, rules are rules, and you gotta obey them, whereas you gotta pay.
yeah,
So
this
you
was
play, you
Colonel
gotta pay.
Harris. Colonel Harris, the same one that recruited you?
No, Colonel. He was Colonel Hatter.
Okay.
He was in the military,
Colonel Harris
PMSNT.
was the
Colonel
principal
Hatter,
or
the
the
principal was-
president, right?
Yeah, principal, and he was, I loved him. I was crazy about him the first day I came. Well, through that same road, right here, coming up, the little hill where the women's club has in one side,
Right, right.
and Amy Coleman's house is in the other.
Mhm.
I was coming there, and we could not find a place, and my brother saw a cadet, and it was like 1:30 in the morning, because we came from Baltimore. I spent summer in New York, and my brother lived in Baltimore, so we came, and we saw a cadet. I asked him, I said, "Where is the building? He was signed in." He said, "It's right up here." He said, "I can